So I had no intention to make a video this day or interact with the police. I was simply continuing to deal with a nightmare scenario, a headache, at a vehicle dealership, a service department that I've been dealing with for far too long because they can't do anything right. I initially was not recording, but it was so unbelievable that I wanted to start covertly recording, which is the reason for this crappy format. I didn't want them yet to realize they're being recorded so they don't change how they're acting. Now, this is a very long story that goes back about 2 years, but I'm not going to give you the whole story here. I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory so this makes sense. And then you'll see how a trip to the dealership ends in the police being called and battery charges being filed. This is a short video to give you an idea of what happened. Stay tuned, subscribe if you're not already. The full video and full story will be out shortly, along with some additional things. But this is an ongoing saga currently as I'm making this video. So I've got to see how a couple of things pan out before I complete the full video. And in that video, I will name this place. I will put them on blast. But in the meantime, I will say, always do your research before you bring a vehicle in for service. I don't ever use service departments. And this was a terrible first experience. My vehicle's been on a tow truck because of their service countless times. Every tow truck driver has been different every time, but from the same company, a very large, prominent tow company. They've all said, oh my God, yeah, don't ever go to that place for service. Reading Google reviews will tell you much of the same. So I own that. That's on me. And that's unlike me too. I'm ashamed of myself. But what brings us here today? Going back about 2 years, I brought it here to have something fixed under warranty. Instead of fixing it, they threw parts at it for about 18 months-ish, meaning you schedule something, you drop it off. After a few days, they look at it and they say, oh, it's probably this. You're paying rental fees during this time, and then the warranty company pays for a rental, but it's still costing you money until then. And then the second I get the vehicle back and drive it away, realize the problem is not fixed and it's exactly the same. And they say, well, schedule something, bring it in, and repeat the process all over again. And the only reason I return here is because the workmanship is warranted only by them. So the extended warranty company and the warranty company, they won't cover it if it's due to workmanship unless they do it. Problem is, they never do it right. Every single thing they've done, it's had to come back in, either because they messed something up or it didn't fix the problem. And this isn't some minor issue. I mean, the vehicle was undrivable. They threw parts at this thing from small to large until literally the entire motor had to be replaced. And they only discovered that because they finally listened to me and did a test that I requested them to do to see if there was a problem that they wouldn't test for. When they got mad at me for being pesky and suggesting it over and over again, they finally did it and said, oh, you were right. Anyway, so when I come in here this day, I'm already annoyed because I've been annoyed with them for a long time. But I'm still cordial and calm with everybody. I'm always the bigger person. You'll see that here too. Actually, the service manager should be very grateful that I'm always the bigger person. You'll see that. But basically, they're telling me here that they cannot do something. Not even possible. They've never done it before, but yet they have done it at least 3 times, and I have evidence of it. But they, I guess, have no record of this. Even though I'm proving it to them, they have no record. So because they can't keep good records as a business, they treat the customer, like they're crazy or they're lying to you. But the biggest thing, they do not listen. That's a huge peeve of mine. They don't listen. They talk over you. They don't want to hear it. And they'll literally say, I don't care. I don't want to hear it. They do not care the nightmares and the hardships that they've created. And they don't like when someone stands up to it and expects what's right. Not a prize, not a bonus, just what's right. So you're about to see a brief example of the interaction, how it led to a physical confrontation, the police being called, battery charges being filed. And for some reason, you'll see an example of something we see too often. People behaving and acting poorly, but then when they realize they're being recorded, they act like even bigger clowns. I don't understand that mentality. But you'll see another display of that here by the service manager, who will first commit battery against this employee that's sitting at the computer to the right there. You're going to see that in a second. Out of frustration, the manager comes over, grabs him by the shoulder, shakes him, and the guy's like, hey, don't put your hands on me. But you'll see that the service manager wasn't done putting his hands on people yet. But I had one while they put that engine in too.
Not with us.
Yeah.
Not with us, because it would be on the repair order, and this is a copy of your repair order when they did the engine.
Picked it up here, and I picked it up here, and I dropped it right here. It was a little Volvo SUV.
So you got it from Enterprise?
No. It was from here.
No. It can't be.
It 100% was.
Can't be. Bye, sweetie.
100%.
Can't be.
First, it was a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and then I brought it back. They said they needed that one, and they actually came to my house to get that one back and swapped it with some little Volvo.
When they
SUV.
did the engine?
When they did the engine, they gave me a Jeep Cherokee. A few days later, they called. They said they need it, and they're gonna come swap it out. They swapped it out in my driveway. The sales stickers were on it. Dropped it off right here when I picked up my car.
Amazing. Nothing's documented that you ever had to loan a car with us.
I could have kept it then, huh?
I guess so. Because we wouldn't just give anybody like a used car or something without getting paid for it.
I don't know. They didn't explain all that to me. They just said pick up the car, and then they needed it back, and they came to my house and swapped it in the driveway.
Okay, and we would charge these to an extended warranty company, and they will pay.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
That's okay.
I mean, I don't know that end of it. All I know is they're like, hey, come pick up this car.
I can't do anything, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I wish you would have said that on the phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's, never mind. I'm not.
Well, no, I mean, you call.
I've done everything. I've been over backwards.
I understand,
to get this in the shop,
but you're not.
help
But
you.
listen, you're not listening. You're not listening.
I know, but now it's your turn to listen.
So no,
Yes, it is, sir.
it's your turn to listen because you haven't done that
I
yet.
listened to you
No.
all day yesterday for half an hour on the phone.
Right, I know this is why I don't get my calls returned. My experience
call
here.
every time you call me, I return
You.
it.
What did I explain to you? Right. This is why I explained to you. My experience here has been a fucking
Can't
nightmare.
change anything, bro.
Right, I understand, but you're still not listening.
What am I going to listen to? What do you want to tell me?
You have no fucking idea because you just keep
Go ahead, tell me.
up.
You got 2 minutes. Go ahead.
I got 2 minutes.
How they did it in
You
the
guys are
past,
so
that was
close-minded.
wrong. No,
You
we're
guys are
trying
so
to explain to
close-minded.
you and you're trying
When
to
I'm
get over
telling
but
you,
not hearing
when I'm
procedures.
see, you're still talking.
No.
When
you're
I
not
try to
listening
explain to
procedure.
you, you're like, no, that won't happen here. That's never
Please do
happened.
not say
Won't
that.
Don't grab
happen.
me like that, Joe. I know you're upset, but don't grab me like that.
Don't say another word.
Okay.
I can't do anything without our proper
I get it.
procedures.
Right. What I'm on.
Thank you.
What you so close-minded. You don't listen. Since the second I came in, you're like, oh, we never do that. We never do that. We never do that.
We don't.
I'm telling you, you have. So this is why it was baffling to me when I came in, because you have 3 times. So
But I'm just.
and then the whole situation with the truck has been a nightmare. When it started with the temperature issue, I came here. They're like, oh, just the cap was tight, was too tight. I left, get down the road, it's overheating already. So then they're like, oh, it needs to be
I went
flushed.
through all this yesterday.
I know,
with you
but-
on the telephone.
and
I
I know
don't
you
want to
just-
hear the whole story. again
I know
about
you
the
don't
issue.
want to hear.
I really don't.
I know you don't care to hear it.
I do, because I already know the
I'm
story.
explaining to you my frustration with this goddamn
Why
place.
did you come back?
Because now all this shit is under warranty here.
Well, no, it's that any Chrysler dealer could do the warranty. Any Chrysler dealership in the United States.
No,
and then you also have an
The
extended
work that
warranty.
was done here, a different dealership will warranty
Yes.
it? Yeah,
If
well,
those parts failed, if you have parts that failed, they will take
parts,
care
or
of it.
what about the workmanship? What I told you yesterday,
Has to stand and listen.
what
You don't listen.
I am listening,
No.
but and your words are making it more clear that you're not listening. What I told you, do we have an issue with the workmanship? Most likely you guys would say no regardless anyway, but once the new motor was put in, it was, you want to talk. Your
say
mouth
the
wants to
word.
do this. Once the new motor was put in, the bad motor was smooth. Once it came in, the new motor came in, there's movement in it. It shakes.
That is 6 months ago, and you haven't been back here to tell us
I've been back here. I've been here and I get the runaround. Well, you got to drop it off. You got to leave it with us. I've been.
Tell them to call me and we'll pay for it. What? I need a Chrysler dealer. Another Chrysler, not Tom, Dick, and Harry down the road at a little store. Okay, at a Chrysler dealer. If they don't find parts failed and they say we did something wrong, I will cut a check.
Gotta get that in writing. You're already on video, but
What?
I say you already said it on
Is
video.
that what
but
your whole thing is? You're like that, huh? That's
I'm
the way
a
you
fucking what?
are? Shut up.
What?
No, I'm not putting anything in writing. Just have a
You
nice
said
day.
I'm a fucking what?
Just a nice day, sir.
What did you say? Don't touch me. You want to get? You put your hands on me? That's battery, my friend.
I'm not. You're,
That's battery, my friend.
Go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, because after all this, I'm going to document everything.
Go for it, man. Please.
And that was battery.
I can't.
So you just committed a crime.
I can do what I got with what I got. It just depends on what you want to do about it.
Right.
because obviously we have what you said, we have what he said.
And what the
we have-
video shows.
Yeah, what the video shows.
Well, you agreed that that was a battery that you saw on video.
Yes, if that's what happened when I pushed. Okay.
Right. Yeah, just to clarify, you don't want to apologize for putting your hands on me?
No, I didn't put my hands on you.
Okay, well, it's on video, so that's why I record. Just so you know, I'm going to pursue charges. You don't have to, I'm just telling you, I'm going to pursue charges. Yeah, I don't want an argument. I'm just going to pursue charges where if you would have apologized, and it's clearly on video. So everything else that's taken place with these people, aside for just a moment, you absolutely cannot put your hands on other people. Whoever thinks that's okay is a clown. Obviously, that guy's got some age on him, so it's a long time ago his parents should have taught him better, but hopefully we can help provide a lesson now. And I will say that guy is extremely lucky I am the person that I am. Even the cop agrees in his own words. I can't remember word for word, but when you see the full video, you'll hear him say that had I laid this guy down, it would have been okay, justified, self-defense. What pains me, though, is I always also have less lethal on me, usually OC spray, and this is the one day I didn't have it on me. And I think being blessed with the hot sauce might have taught a valuable lesson. But these service employees went a step even further than they had already to demonstrate the type of people that they are. Liars have zero respect from me. Not that someone like that actually cares if they have respect from other people, but it is what it is. But every one of those service employees in there said to the police that what you saw happen on camera didn't happen. It never happened. So you might say to yourself, well, this is 2023. There's cameras everywhere. Surely they've got lots of cameras. This is a giant car dealership. And you'd be right. They do have lots of cameras there. But they said to the police, oh, shoot, darn it, right to heck. That alleged incident happened in a blind spot where we don't have video coverage. Darn it. So if it wasn't for my video, it would have been my word against the word of all of those liars in there, which is yet another example of why you should always record things. Record interactions with the police, and anytime you think things might be getting weird, no matter what you're doing, start recording. You might find yourself in a situation like this. And this guy works in there as a service rep. They call him Nash. He also told the police that that battery didn't happen. But right after it happened, and I said it's a battery and a crime, he chimed in and said that he spent 10 years in the military. And in those 10 years, he learned that touching another person against their will in an aggressive manner is not a crime. It's not battery, so says Nash. So let me know what you think. Share your thoughts. Again, this isn't the whole story. There'll be a more detailed, longer video of the entire story for those who care to listen to it and see all of the video that I got that day. It's unbelievable. If somebody told me this whole saga, I wouldn't believe it's true. It's that insane. Let me know if you've dealt with something similar. Stay tuned. I'll keep you updated on the whole scenario and the criminal charges against the Criminal Service Department Manager Joe. Twisted luck, true. I'll see you soon. And I'm going to close this out and leave you with this. Pause and read through if you want to. These are just a very small fraction of the poor reviews related to the service department at this dealership. If you remember at the start of this video, I said always read reviews wherever you're going to go. It's my fault. I didn't do that. Had I done that, I never would have gone there. Also, word of mouth. I literally, genuinely have not had a single person tell me, oh, I've had a great experience there. It's exactly the opposite. And remember, these are Google reviews. And like I said, just a few of them. But also remember how many people actually take the time to write a review. No, we don't know the exact answer, but I guarantee you it's not many. So it says something when there are so many reviews like this from the very small percentage of people that actually take the time to write these reviews. And there are just so many more. So just make sure you always look into wherever it is you may go and don't make the same mistake I did. It's been a nightmare and they have no accountability or care.